Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a get ready with me video, and not in the hair and makeup sense, but a get ready with me for tax season, which is right around the corner, you guys. I cannot believe it is the end of the year, basically, and a month from now, we're gonna start seeing all the proofs we need to file taxes before that April deadline. So if you haven't thought about it, you should think about it. This is the universe telling you to think about your taxes. It is time to start thinking about your taxes, and the sooner you think about it, the more prepared you're going to be, the better equipped you're going to be able to file, and the faster you get that all filed, the more time you have to either pay back any taxes you owe, or the sooner you get that big fat refund. So, I've even got my little pen with me here, my little Apple pen. I'm going to be writing down and going through my whole thought process of how to get ready for taxes, because it's right around the corner. Again, I will say it again, it's right around the corner. Here we go. My first thought is always, since I filed with TurboTax last year and I'm planning to file with them again, half my job is somewhat complete. They've got all my personal information, they've got all the accounts I put in last year. So if not much change this year, all I have to go do is go and put in the new numbers for this year that I did last year. I don't have to like add any crazy anything. If that's not you, if you had a lot of changes, if you didn't file with the same place that you're filing with this year, let's say I did TurboTax last year and this year I want to do H&R Block, there's going to be more work to do. But there's great ways of importing your last year's returns that are available with all the new software online or the ones that you buy nowadays, which is great. Technology, yay! We'll start with any jobs. If you made any kind of money this year, whether you worked for someone else, you worked for yourself on YouTube, you sold things on Facebook, whatever you did, you were going to get some kind of income statement from every person you worked for or every company you sold things through. You want to write down every single thing that you can remember. Let's say I worked for Pizza Hut. I also sold stuff on Facebook Marketplace and I made over a certain amount. Not everyone's going to get that income statement. I also did YouTube and made X amount of dollars. So I'm going to write down Pizza Hut, YouTube, and Facebook Marketplace. That's what I should be looking for when all these proofs are coming in January next year. If that is the case, then I need to make sure that I get all of them, or if I don't get them in a timely manner, I look into why I haven't received those income statements yet. After that, where do you keep your money? If you keep your money in any kind of like financial institution, any banks, credit unions, all that good stuff, if you've invested money through places like TD America, which they just merged with Schwab, if you did all of that stuff, you need to make sure you write that down and say, okay, I need to make sure that the money I invested or put in some kind of institution, I get statements from them. That's the next thing. After that, we're going to look at, what did I spend money on? Did I make any big purchases? Did I buy a car? Did I buy a motorcycle? Did I buy a boat? All of these crazy like purchases, all these bigger, larger purchases. Obviously, you're not going to keep track of every time you bought milk at, Walmart, but these bigger, larger purchases, you need to make sure you have all those receipts. And if you don't have those receipts, go and find them. Make sure you contact institutions you bought these things from, these places that you purchased these large items from, and you have the receipt of how much you paid for it, on what day, and from where. Not just that, but if you had any kind of special savings or spending accounts like an FSA or an HSA, you want to make sure you have those receipts. You might not have to attach every single one of them, but if you are audited, you have to make sure you can account for everything you spent out of those special accounts. And if you got them privately and not through work, you have to make sure you get actual statements from those companies showing exactly how much was saved and spent each month and quarter of the year, and a year-to-date total. Lastly, although it might not apply to everyone, if you went to school, if you paid for your kids to go to school, if you paid for any kind of school costs, daycare costs, all of those things, you want to find receipts for those as well, because those are very important, and you can actually get more money back or pay less in taxes if you're able to account for those things. So don't forget those. They're sometimes small, it doesn't always apply to everyone, but they're very, very important. Whew, okay. I feel a little more prepared. I've got it all written down on my fancy iPad over here, and I'm just gonna start checking things off as they come in January. For those companies that really drag their feet, I recommend setting reminders to, on your calendar, on whatever it is that you use, sticky notes, whatever it is. Make sure I get this proof. Where is it? You know, in 2 weeks, check again if they haven't sent it to you. A lot of companies have them available online now, and that's great. You just go and download it and print it if you need to print it. But you need to make sure that you get everything so you can file in a timely manner and correctly with all the information that you need. To stay up to date on all that you need to know about taxes, click that subscribe button, make sure those notifications are on, and I will be coming out with more videos, not only walking through different companies and what they have to offer to help you prep taxes, but deadlines as well as everything that's changed from last year to this year. I'm hoping you feel more prepared. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you all in the next video.